Know the Boy Sports and News coming back at you with another slip slapper. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Y'all share this thing. You feel me? Let's get to it. I got a little Cowboy talk today. It's one of my teams in the NFL. You know what I mean? But everybody know I like them for a long time. But you know, I try to keep it real as possible, and I ain't gonna sugarcoat it for nothing. You feel me? Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott is in a contract dispute right now. It's cool to bet on yourself, but when you go out there and you underperform like you've been doing the past several years in the playoffs when it count, I have a problem with that. I give everybody a chance. Jerry Jones have a lot to do with this too because you draft a player, that don't mean you have to cater to him and bend over backwards for him. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's get this video started. Against mediocre teams, Dak Prescott come out, he show up and turn out. Everybody know that about him. He do put up great numbers, like he led the league in touchdowns last year. But what I want to talk about Dak Prescott is when it count, the big moments, when the rubber need to meet the road. And I've seen a lot of failures. Last year, I just can't blame all of it on him, but when you keep putting the defense out there, I know this for a fact, because like I told y'all, I used to be a quitter till they beat it out of me, till the coach pushed me to be great and I understood the game for what it was really worth instead of trying to make it to feed my family, because if you're good, you're going to get the money to feed your family, right? So what I'm trying to say is, Dak got to get out his own way. I can recall when you did try to bet on yourself the first 3 games, you went 3-0. You throwing for 400-something yards, but it was against mediocre teams. You know what I mean? And then when the rubber really need to meet the road, you come out there and stunk up the joint. Then you wind up breaking your ankle. So they offered you $30 million that year. You declined it, and you want to, show them that you work more than $30 million. So then when you come back and you do what you do, it's like it's a recurring theme to me. You can't keep coming out here not taking the money, because you from a small town in Louisiana. Should I say small country, because we have countries. You know what I mean? We call them the country because we still have parishes or whatever. But I like Dak Prescott. I try to support the home team. Anybody from Louisiana, I see the upside, and I see he put the work in to be great. But then again, you do have chinks in your armor. You do have flaws. To me, you're a one-read quarterback. You don't know how to anticipate the throw. You hold the ball too long. And that's the problem with some quarterbacks, that I be seeing to stop them from being great. That's 2 things at the quarterback position that you need to make you successful. Like, you can't throw people open. You can't get stuck on one read. And if that's not there, bam, you're going to throw a pick or something. You know what I mean? So they done gave you everything to your disposal since your rookie year 2016. And I think that was the best shot that we had, but our defense wasn't like it is now. So I'm not just going to hold all that on you. We was down to Green Bay. We came back, tied it up 31-31, and we lost by a field goal. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers made a good roll out to the left and threw it to the tight end. I forgot what his name is. He made a tremendous catch. That's why Byron Jones not there no more. And to me, he was a solid corner, but one play will get you cut. I'm using that example to say he still was a good player. You saw what he did with the Dolphins with a Xavier Howard on the other end and him being over there. You know, that they made them a good cornerback tandem. So why is y'all holding on to that? I don't know. Why? If he keep pulling the strings, trying to bet on himself, and he keep failing at an all-time high. See, football is one of those sports. They could give you a guaranteed contract, right? But if you're not performing, they'll eat that cap. And I'm serious, they would eat that cap, and they would lay up there and cut you in the middle of the season. So just say you got $55 million for 5 years. You know what I mean? You're going to get so much of that. You might get $20 million, you might get $30 million guaranteed. But boy, they'll eat that backhand, especially if you shit water. They ain't about to hold on to you. So what makes that different? Like y'all say, it's a business, right? You got upcoming. What I noticed too, that Jerry Jones do get in his own way, talking about we all in, we all in. Well, that time I knew we was all in, you was going to get the Dion's. You was going to get the Charles Headless. You know what I mean? You was trading Herschel Walker for what? How many picks to build that dynasty in the 90s? You're not doing none of that. I don't know if you're getting old. You got Alzheimer's. You know what I mean? It's starting to kick in. I don't know, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, sometimes you get in your own way too. And two people that get in their own way, like the owner and the quarterback. The quarterback is what drives the offense. Patrick Mahomes ain't had nothing last year, and that boy still won that thing. And I felt like San Francisco laid down for him again, but that's a story for another day, and I'll break that video down on another video. But man, I like I say, I like Dak, bro, but he got too many chinks in the armor. And when pressure get hot, like you can't, everybody can't play in the sun. Everybody get dehydrated quicker than others. You know what I mean? Everybody catch Charlie horses and cramps quicker than others. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if he take care of his body, whatever, whatever. He seemed like a pretty good guy. You understand? But to me, those two interceptions that you threw in that Green Bay game, what the hell you was looking at? We can even go back to the San Francisco game. You always throwing two interceptions in the playoffs when it matters the most, when you're supposed to be elevating your game in the playoffs. Like you're supposed to get to that next top echelon to put yourselves up there with the Joe Burrows, the Patrick Mahomes of the world. Emus, Josh Allen, and I don't really like him. He ain't nothing but another Dak Prescott to me, as you can see. So if I want to be honest in my assessment of breaking my team now and what I see, the defense is right, but our defense had a collapse last year in the playoffs because that kept putting them in awkward positions. I get a drain out, or we get a flag. They just throwing bullshit flags or whatever. So when you look at it from that bigger picture, and you keep putting the defense out there, they're going to get tired. They're going to get frustrated. They're liable to quit on you. You know what I mean? And they will quit on you. And you still have quitters because you feel like you giving your all, but the dude that's holding out, the dude that don't want to sign the money, thinking he deserve more. You know what I mean? He don't want play team ball. To me, I don't call that not playing team ball, but when you hold a team hostage, like I got a problem with that, man. Like some people be dying to be in your position, man. You give me $5 million, I'll go out there and sling that thing. You feel me? Like I said, just give me a month or two. Read defenses. It's not easy, so that means you got to put the work in. And it seems like every time you throw a pick, you go get that little clipboard and you be looking, you be staying. You could look in your face and see that you not focusing, you're not built for that type of pressure. But for some reason, people want to put you in the top echelon because of the money you make. That's why I don't want to be hearing all that. They got the money. This is the value, because that's the league today. Man, if you ain't worth that money, I'm not paying you, man. If you think you could go get money somewhere else and give you a better chance to win because of the money, Arriva Dirt Check, get the hell from out here, man. Because guess what? People will quit. People stop running routes. People stop running the ball. People stop blocking for you. The defense will quit on you. You know what I mean? And then you'll wonder, well, why the quarterback supposed to have a team in a vice grip? You know what I mean? That's why I say, you know how hard it is to win? Just to win is hard. This is the pros, man. So when you talking about trying to be a franchise quarterback, deliver Super Bowls, get to the championship game year in and year out to give yourself a chance to win, that stuff don't come easy, man. Every year you got to add something to your repertoire. Every year you got to add something to your bag. So I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like I say, I mess with you because you're from Louisiana. Even at Mississippi State when you was 15-1, you beat LSU, you beat all these good solid teams, but LSU wasn't built like they was built when Joe Burrows was there and we won the championship in 05, I think that was. One of them years, 2002, Les Miles got a ring, you know, at LSU. You didn't beat them teams that was built to last. So what I'm trying to get at is this. There's a lot of stuff that I see in your game, bro, that you still need to work on. And to me, I ain't saying you're not taking it serious, but at some point you have to take it serious. Because the production on the field shows you not taking it serious. You never made that next step to the top echelon, because I'm going to tell you why. They put so much onus on quarterback in this league, right, to deliver the most, because you had the ball more in your hand. But look what Cooper Rush did. Cooper Rush went 5-1. And if we'd have stayed running the ball with Ezekiel Elliott, we would have won that game. A couple of drops here, a couple of bad throws there, you know, we could have beat the Eagles. You understand? They set you out that game after that broke thumb situation. When I think if you ready to play and you the highest paid, you supposed to lead by example. You feel what I'm saying? Because the very next week you came out there, and I think it was against Chicago. You did your thing, but that was Chicago. Chicago wasn't nothing. Tried against this Chicago team. Them dudes look like they built it last. They done revamped their team. Then they got rid of a lot of old baggages and brought in some new talent. Defense was always solid, but they never had the offense. Now you got Keenan Allen. You got the other receiver from Carolina. I forget his name. DJ Moore. You got, then you add a Caleb Williams. Like, why is y'all so scared to start over at that position? You might as well start over right now while you got the veterans around him that can help him and mold him. You did. Get a ball to Trey Lance. See what he could do. I like what Trey Lance did in the preseason. I seen people kill him with the 5 interceptions and all that. Man, you gonna do that. Dak throw more interceptions than that. But y'all still got him lingering around this motherfucker. So what I'm saying is, man, don't be scared to start over. If you don't want to take the money that you offer because you're trying to set the bar at a high level, but you never made it to the NFC Championship game, you never made it to the Super Bowl. Why you want to be the highest paid quarterback? Your numbers don't say it. You almost like because you led the league in touchdowns. That's just one stat out of everything. You know what I mean? And then when you play against mediocre teams, you dominate. You throwing for 404 touchdowns. It looked good. It looked good. But then when you play against the roughhouses, the jailhouse, you act like you don't know how to ask for your food or your commissary sheet. And I can't respect that with you, dog. Like, don't hold a team hostage because you trying to bet on yourself. When you bet on yourself and you put that much pressure on yourself, pressure busts pipes, and it goes to show you ain't built like that, bro. I'm just here to say you not built like that. Because what have you done? Nothing. What have you done when it counts? Nothing. So don't come on here and act like people don't want to pay you your money. Now, CeeDee Lamb, I don't like the holdout. You had some great numbers last year. You did do your thing. But I seen you against San Francisco, too. You know what I mean? You had like one good game against San Francisco where you had 11 catches, 100-something yards because Dak was force feeding you. And you are a beast. Like, you do your thing. Great route runner, physical receiver. But it ain't like you got the speed of a Deshaun Jackson, a Tyreek Hill, a Hollywood Brown. You know what I mean? So I seen that we signed Dalvin Cook. That was a good pickup. We signed the dude Joseph at defensive tackle where we were struggling at the one technique. You know what I mean? So all that should play a part in keeping the offense fresh, getting you the ball back so you can have more chances to keep putting points up. This week one gonna tell it all. It only take 1 week for me. And guess what? Cleveland defense is not a slouch. They got 2 pin back edge rushers. I think they got Clowney still over there, and you got Myles Garrett. They got a solid cornerback core. You know, they got some solid linebackers. You know what I mean? Y'all got rid of Murray for whatever reason. I don't know. But you overpaying these other bums. Like, come on, Jerry. You be in your way, too. Like, you cannot do that. I think that was one of the biggest mistakes that we ever made. Because, look, Amari went over there to Cleveland, and they had a circus at quarterback. Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield before they traded him. Now they got Deshaun Watson. And the dude's still putting up numbers. You could have used them against a San Francisco. You know what I mean? Them 3 years we lost to him. Lost to them in the playoffs. You know what I mean? He showed you what he could do against the Rams. He had a solid game against the Rams because we got mediocre play at the quarterback position constantly over and over every year. When it count, Power Man's supposed to, put some numbers up and show what he can do. You know what I mean? So Jerry Jones need to go hire a real coach instead of hiring a yes man.